O, diolch yn fawr, Leila. Bore da pawb. Bore da chroeso I chi gyd. Good morning and a warm welcome to you all. After the last really tough years, it's great that you can all come together. I'm sorry I'm not with you, but I have to be down here in the Senate for a very, very busy day in our Welsh Parliament. But it's so important that Hub Cymru Africa is coming together for your Global Solidarity Summit 2023. Thanks to all of those also like me who are joining online. But as I've said, we've been through and still going through some really worrying times. We've witnessed terrible natural disasters, countries torn apart by war, and we've faced one of the worst global pandemics of all time. However, it's these worst of times that really pulls people, communities and countries together in unity. And Wales has always been an outward-looking nation, with a proud history of internationalism and solidarity with communities experiencing injustice, poverty and inequality across the world. And all of your contributions are testament to that. We have so much to be proud of. Yes, we're a small country, but without doubt, we certainly punch above our weight. In the Welsh Government's international strategy, we made a firm commitment to be a globally responsible nation, and our actions in Wales really reflect how we're stepping up to the plate. We can't just firefight the problems of today without considering how our actions will relate to the future. And I'm proud that we are the first country in the world to legislate for the UN Global Sustainable Development Goals. And these are reflected in our wellbeing goals for Wales, enshrined in the Wellbeing of Future Generations Act 2015. But what does this mean in real terms? It means that at the heart of everything we do, we consider the impact this will have on future generations to come. Public bodies in Wales are required to think about the long-term impact of their decisions, to work better with people, with communities and with each other. It's also to prevent persistent problems such as poverty, health inequalities and climate change. It's a huge opportunity to make a long-lasting, sustainable and positive change now and in the future. Indeed, as with many other initiatives the Welsh Government has pushed forward, this act is something that other countries around the world have expressed a wish to emulate, and they've started to make progress with their own legislation. We want to support organisations in Wales to be able to make their own mark in delivering sustainable, impactful projects in collaboration with their African partners, with support from our Wales and Africa programme. It's not just about making sure we in Wales ensure the well-being of our own country's future generations. It's about supporting others to make the changes they want to see. And there is so much important work being delivered by Welsh organisations and their African partners with support from the Wales and Africa Grant Scheme. In the last 6 months alone, 14 grants have been awarded through the grant scheme, with a total of almost £270,000. And these grants will benefit diverse schemes in Lesotho, Kenya, Uganda, Malawi, Zambia, Ghana, Tanzania and Sierra Leone, covering a number of themes. Projects range from gender empowerment, climate change, livelihoods, reducing maternal mortality rates, and supporting burns victims with treatment and rehabilitation. It's incredible to see the impact that these projects can have. You've seen it, small amounts of funding, considering how much work goes into delivering results. And for that, I want to acknowledge and thank all of the Welsh and African organisations, big or small, that give up their time and put so much energy into the projects. Round 4 of the Wales and Africa Grant Scheme is now open, and I would support and encourage Welsh organisations who want to take action on poverty and inequality in Africa to submit an innovative proposal by the deadline of the 21st of July. We want to see applications that are African-led, where the need is determined by your African partners, but we also want to see tangible benefits to Wales by looking at action delivered through active global citizenship, skills exchanges and mutual learning. over the years, we've seen hundreds of projects delivered through the Wales and Africa Grant Scheme, falling under the four main themes of health, livelihoods, lifelong learning, climate change and environment. I always look forward to learning about the impact this work has had. There have been some excellent projects delivered over a spread of sub-Saharan countries, falling under those four themes. For example, Challenge Aid has completed their project in Kenya, improving toilet and sanitation facilities across 17 schools of hope in informal slum settings in Kenya. These renovations enable students to attend a clean and safe environment when studying. In Liberia, Swansea Bay Health Charity oversaw the establishment of a 15-bed inpatient malnutrition unit, increasing the ability of the hospital to treat children with severe acute malnutrition. This led to much higher numbers of children being treated and has saved the lives of many of the most vulnerable children in Liberia. Another project that has not only delivered great impact in Africa, it has also shown great benefits to Wales, and that's Tree Flights. Their project has funded the planting of over 500,000 trees, with an estimation of removing more than 100,000 tonnes of CO2 from the atmosphere. Back in Wales, they have 65 Welsh volunteers who supported this work, boosted the economy and awareness of climate change in the areas of Aberystwyth and Lampeter. In light of our recently published Period Proud Action Plan for Wales, it would be great to see some more project applications to the grant scheme where the taboos of menstrual health are challenged and practical solutions to period poverty are found. Teams for You have long been delivering some excellent work in this area, but if any groups have project ideas that they would like to deliver alongside their African partnerships, speak to Hub Cymru Africa for advice, and please do consider applying in the future. I would like to thank Madhvi Dalal from PadMad Kenya for joining our Period Dignity Roundtable and sharing their experience of promoting period dignity in Kenya. On these wider equality matters, I would like to welcome the statement made by the IR, the Welsh Youth Movement, in their global message last week to young people across the world in support of our Anti-Racist Wales Action Plan. And many of you have seen a message from Kilifi in Kenya thanking young people of Wales for their message and their commitment to anti-racism. I would like to comment on the current situation in Uganda regarding the anti-homosexuality bill, certainly considering how many links we have there. The passing of the anti-homosexuality bill in March in Uganda, which criminalises homosexual conduct, was shocking. Our Wales and Africa programme works in partnership with the people of Uganda and not the government. It's not only in Uganda, but many other countries are on the same path. However, I'm incredibly heartened that another of our partner countries, Namibia, following a Supreme Court ruling, now recognises same-sex marriages, affording the same rights as heterosexual Namibians. This is wonderful news, and we'll always take every opportunity to raise matters of human rights with representatives from overseas governments when we have the opportunity. Our aim through our LGBTQ+ action plan for Wales is to show our clear commitment to respecting, protecting and fulfilling the human rights of all LGBTQ+ people in Wales. And we want to project our values of Wales as an LGBTQ+ friendly nation through diplomatic engagement and our overseas network, including with countries that do not necessarily share these views. Additionally, any links that we provide, where we provide support and funding to Welsh organisations and their Ugandan partners, there will be a mandatory discussion session to attend with Hub Cymru Africa, and I'm sure they'll be in touch soon about this, if not already. Wales has forged many long-standing relationships over the year with a number of sub-Saharan countries, including Lesotho, Namibia, Uganda, and Somaliland. In fact, the Welsh African diaspora can be traced back to 1800s when Somalilanders travelled to the newly opened Suez Canal to come to work on the docks in Cardiff and other parts of Wales and UK. And it was great to celebrate Somaliland Independence Day last week in the Senedd. The demographics of African communities in Wales have since changed significantly, as we now find vibrant communities from Somaliland, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Democratic Republic of Congo, Sudan, and many more. And Wales is all the richer for it. And I'm so pleased that we've been able to support so many individuals and organisations in Wales to further strengthen these links and make new connections. And I'm very proud that so many solidarity groups across the country, many of whom have joined us today, have given their time and energy to building better communities, a better Wales, and a better world for future generations. This is the Wales I want, what we all should want, a globally responsible nation committed to reducing poverty and inequality nationally and globally, embracing fairness and inclusivity. So finally from me, I hope you all enjoy the event and the workshops later. You'll hear from some excellent speakers, not least Lady Phil, a real inspirational force. And I want to thank Hub Cymru Africa, and particularly Claire O'Shea, for organising and hosting this important annual event, and also for their tireless work over the years in supporting Welsh organisations in delivering results. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you. And now, for a very special moment. Every year, Hub Cymru Africa recognises individuals and organisations in Wales who've made a special contribution to Wales and Africa partnership working. And this year, in addition to the regular awards, which you'll hear about this afternoon, we'd like to recognise 2 individuals for Lifetime Achievement Awards. So I'm going to start, and I'll start with the fact that this person, after many years working as a neonatal nurse in Cardiff, Angela Gorman, she co-funded the charity Life for African Mothers, LFAM, 17 years ago to tackle the urgent issue of maternal healthcare in sub-Saharan Africa. Angela's tireless work has saved and improved the lives of millions of women across Sierra Leone, Liberia, Somaliland, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Cameroon. The Hub Cymru Africa team would also like to recognise the outstanding contribution of Howard Kirkman to the Wales Africa community. Howard and his wife Wendy, both former teachers, experienced in ICT, co-founded Gioconda Solar Schools in 2015, and since then have installed solar power in 18 schools in Zambia, enabling them for the first time to have lighting and the infrastructure for communities, allowing schools and communities to get online. Howard's work in training and supporting teachers and working closely with the government education department has resulted in a sustainable model of education and training and a lasting legacy in Zambia. And so Leila Haynes, now as the interim chair of Hub Cymru Africa, will now present the awards. Can we give them a great cheer, Angela and Howard?
Lovely.
Oh, that's fun.
We'll go with
Thank you.
outside of it.
So, everything else is like a chocolate. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you very much for that, Jane. I'm afraid that Howard is very ill and is not able to join us today, but it's great to have Angela here.
Thank you.
See that?
Brilliant.
Thank you very much, Angela.
And there's lots of chocolate in there. Yes, I will.
There are
I'm coming with you, Angela.
a lot of chocolates. Look at that.
I'm handing over now to Julian Rosser, who will introduce himself, and I'll see you again later.
Wonderful. Thank you,
Lila.
Lila.
Sorry, before I do, I just wanted to say one thing. Jane, the breadth of all the work you've mentioned was astounding and almost, mind-boggling. But I think perhaps when you brought together the need for all of us to work for the future generations together, I think that probably was the one thing I will most take away from it.
Brilliant. And thank you very much, Jane.